Hello, hello, hello. This is Linda G. Robert. I'm here to talk about my day 4 of daily habits. But if you don't know me, let me introduce myself. My name is Linda G. Robert. I'm your Back in the Groove Again coach, helping you live your best life now so you can love what you do. And I've currently decided to challenge myself. This is day 4, so I want to talk about day 4. So, I'm not using my telephone. I'm not eating at night after 8 o'clock. No sweets, no nothing after 8. And so today, I wanted to go for my walk because that's part of my challenge. I have to walk at least 45 minutes a day. So didn't bring my phone. I'm on the road. I think I know where I'm going, but I didn't really know where I was going. So it reminded me of when I have my phone with me, I use my GPS and I'm not having to use my memory so much. So now that I'm not using my phone for all sorts of stuff, I'm noticing that I have to use my memory more. And by developing that muscle, I'm able to then rely on that more than rely on my phone. So that's a really interesting observation. This morning, I was also talking with my friend because we're not going to be walking together. We're pandemic in Ontario, province of Ontario is under a stay-at-home order. So we just decided to chat online, and she thinks that I'm taking too much on, which maybe it's true. Maybe I am taking too much on. I think challenging myself. Hello, nice of you to join me. Challenging myself to walk every day till the end of May. Walk every day for 45 minutes and not eat after 8 o'clock and start doing some weights and reading, personal development book every day. And all sorts of other things like not eating junk food and all that stuff. It's a challenge, not using the phone, right? It's a challenge. And she thinks it's too much. Now I said to her, I don't know what the heck I was thinking of going for the 45 days. So what I've decided to do is I'm doing this. I'm committed to doing this. And I'm not going to be looking at the length of it because honestly, I'm thinking, what was I thinking? It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense right now, when I think about it. But I've already noticed some really interesting changes. Like, when I was driving to find that location where I wanted to walk, I'm noticing that I'm enjoying listening to the radio. I'm enjoying looking at the sights around me, and I'm not reaching my phone, which I know is a terrible, terrible freaking habit. But let's face it, if my phone was with me, I would have looked at it. And it's so bad, because here I am saying that, I'm a coach, but I'm noticing that I have all of these bad, bad, bad habits. So it's forcing me, it really is forcing me to be aware of the impact of those bad habits, but also to live my life without relying on these objects, these technologies. And I think that's the piece that I'm noticing more because I was really, really relying on that phone for a lot of different things. Like just today, the GPS. When I would go for a walk, I would often use, the podcasts. Or if I wanted to do a live, I could use the telephone for the live. So I'm not doing that right now. So I'm having to readjust how I do things. So I'm driving and I noticed that I couldn't find my way. I can't never find that trail that I'm looking for. So I discovered another trail, right? I went by the memory. My friend says, just go down this street. I went down that street, couldn't find it. But I noticed there was another trail. So coming back, I thought, well, why don't I do that other trail instead? So here's what's happening is that I'm learning about new trails, right? I'm discovering new things. So, when you challenge yourself to do things or when you stop doing certain things, other opportunities happen. So often, so often we tell ourselves, I'll never be able to do this. And we prevent ourselves from experiencing change. We prevent it. Like, if I would have thought about giving up my phone like for the whole 45 days, or not eating for the whole 40, not eating after 8 o'clock, I should say, I'm eating, not eating after 8 o'clock for the whole 45 days. If I thought about that and I thought, you'll never be able to do it, then I would not have done it. Then I would not be experiencing new things, right? So this is kind of my awareness. And, for you, if you're thinking of challenging yourself, I'm not saying go for 45 days. No, I'm saying challenge yourself, one day at a time, because then you'll notice that there's a lot of new opportunities that are opening up, like that new trail that I tried today. So coming back from that trail, I noticed there was a woman walking. She was near my car, and I asked her where that park was, because I was looking for Living Natural Park, and she told me, oh, it's this way and that way. So I decided to go there again. So I walked twice today. And so that trail, it's Parc Living, which is in Clarence Rockland in the province of Ontario, was a really nice trail. Now, I didn't do the 45 minutes there because some parts of that trail was really muddy. But it was really nice because it's in the middle of the bush, middle of a forest, and there's a lot of, I could hear the birds, I could smell the mud. So, if I had my phone with me, and I know I would have probably done that, I probably would have taken a picture, which distracts me from being really in the moment. I probably would have, I don't know, maybe listened to podcasts. I don't know what I would have done, but it's so interesting to make a decision and stick to it It's challenging, right? But I think what I'm noticing the most is how much I'm appreciating not relying on that phone that I was so much relying on for so many different things, That's a huge thing, and I'm really appreciating it. The other thing too, just for your information, I had told my some people on Facebook that I was going to be posting a Facebook dance every. I know it sounds crazy, but every day, right? But last night I was thinking about that I might not feel like dancing every day. So I decided, well, you know what? I'll just do it on weekends. But this morning I thought, I feel like it. I feel like dancing. So I chose a song. What was it now? Oh, I can't remember what the song is. It's on my Facebook profile. I chose a song and I danced to it. And while I'm dancing in this particular room here, I'm thinking how crazy it is to dance alone. It's the craziest thing, right? It's the craziest thing to say that I'm dancing alone, but I'm still having fun. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. And, I'm not sure who's watching me. Can you type in who you are and where you're watching me from? You can add a comment, I think, because right now I'm just streaming directly on YouTube. I'm not using StreamYard or anything like that, but it would be nice to know who is watching me. So the thing about dancing by yourself, I always used to love dancing. Since the time I was a kid, I loved dancing. What now? I noticed it today. I'm in my room in this office space, looking at a camera. Nobody's watching me, but I'm having a really good time because I love dancing. So, I don't know if I'll dance tomorrow. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't know just yet. But I know that it's bringing me more joy again. I used to go dancing like all the time before when I was younger. And I'm not going to blame the pandemic on this one because I haven't gone dancing for so long, so I can't blame the pandemic. It's just that I just got out of dancing. But it's something that I really, really enjoy. So Maybe I'll continue doing it every day by myself and post it on Facebook. Who knows? It's funny. Oh, by the way, and I haven't mentioned this to anybody else yet, but May 2nd, a Sunday, is International Laughter Day. International Laughter Day. So I plan on coming on live on YouTube. I'm not sure what time yet. I'll have to schedule it. But for laughter, I'm also a laughter yoga instructor, and I love facilitating laughter. I actually have a few laughter videos on my channel. But I'm going to be coming live Sunday, probably in the morning sometime, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm in the Eastern time zone, more than likely in the morning, maybe around 10, but don't quote me on that. So that should be fun, and if you want to join me on that, I certainly hope that you will. Let's see now, what else can I say about, the only other thing I can really think of, because I didn't prepare myself any notes, and of course, as I'm driving, here's what happens. When I'm driving, I can think of all these things. Normally, I would record them using my phone, but not using my phone. So now I'm having to write, and I don't want to write notes. The other thing too is, like, I'm not eating after 8 o'clock, right? I've made a decision not to eat after 8 o'clock. And so far, it's okay. I'm all right with it. But I noticed last night around 9:30, 10 o'clock or something like that. Usually I watch movies after I finish, working for the day. I'll watch a movie and I'll grab a snack. I didn't do that. But I noticed that I didn't really feel like watching a movie again. I didn't feel like it. So I decided to go to bed. I played a couple of games of solitaire, listened to my meditation tapes, which is not on my phone. I use my tablet for that. And then after that, I just kind of went to bed. So I went to bed a bit earlier, set my clock, right? Because I used to use my phone under the pillow. I know it sounds terrible. I don't think I'll ever do that again because that's such a bad habit. But I set my clock last night. I have a digital clock, and I didn't even need to use the clock this morning to wake up. I just woke up naturally. So, the bad habit that I had of using my phone for everything, including a meditation at night. Now, I'm not saying meditation is a bad habit. It's not a bad habit. In fact, I'm meditating more now. It was using the phone to meditate and using it to wake me up and everything. So having it next to me, not even next to me, having it under my pillow. It's really, when I think about it now, it's like, oh my God, I've been doing that for months, and I just kept doing it because that's just the way that it was, until I really started noticing it more and more, that I was using it like that, and started making a decision to not do that anymore. I'm noticing that I can still fall asleep. I don't need that phone. It's like an abusive, I'm abusing that phone. It's controlling me more than I'm controlling it, Anyways, I'm kind of babbling here, but it's just, it's an interesting observation. So, if you're thinking of changing something, I think it's important to be prepared. Be prepared for the change. Be prepared that it could be challenging. Be prepared that you might want to give up, but don't. Acknowledge it, that it's challenging. I'm acknowledging this, that it's not the easiest thing to do, but I'm holding on to it because I know it's going to be beneficial to me. I know that the benefits of not eating after 8 o'clock, like those are just my goals, right? The benefits of not eating after 8 o'clock, the benefits of having more control over the use of the phone instead of it controlling me. That's going to be a huge benefit. The benefit of, because I'm also not eating like sugary stuff, right? I said I wouldn't be eating sugary stuff. The benefit of that. Now, I don't know if I have to tell you, like when I used to go to A&W, right, for the Buddy Burger. I love the A&W Buddy Burger. Today, on my way for that drive, I stopped at Tim Hortons for a latte and for a bowl of soup. I don't know how much salt there is in that soup. It's not so much about the salt, but I went there. I'm okay with that. But it's the eating of the junk food, the Buddy Burgers, which are really good, but still not twice a week. I think that I might have it as a treat when I'm done the 45 days, but maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm just noticing that that is a habit. It's a freaking habit. It's a habit. And the habit was that after working for so many hours, I would treat myself to a walk, treat myself to maybe a burger, but it would be a treat. So I'm having to rethink, how do I treat myself? How do I reward myself? Because I think rewarding myself, is important. And besides, I'm working at home. I work in front of my computer most of the time. And to be honest, because of the lockdown and the stay-at-home order, I'm not going out everywhere. And I live in a small city, so it's not like there's so many places to go, right? But that rewarding for good behavior, I think it's important. You know what? I think it's important. I might have to rethink what my reward is, maybe after, and I'm just kind of talking for the top of my head here. I'm not really thinking much about what reward could be, but rewarding myself with a burger, not maybe the best idea. I reward myself with a walk usually, so that's a good habit. So I'm going to have to rethink of those rewards and maybe make them more healthier habits, healthier rewards, right? Something that I like, mind you, right? It's not just I'm rewarding myself for the sake of doing it. It has to be something that I enjoy. So if you're thinking of making some changes, think of how you're going to reward yourself. Like I reward myself in different ways. I'll say, you know what, you're doing really good. Like, and it's true, you're doing really, really good. So I reward myself by telling myself that I'm doing really good. For example, I'll reward myself right now by going for walks. I'll reward myself by maybe talking to a friend after that too, right? So there's different ways of rewarding ourselves. I might reward myself by chilling out for a few minutes, meditating and reading. That might be a reward too. So I want my rewards to be healthy because I want to be healthy. I want to continue being healthy, right? Of course, why not? We want to be healthy. As we get older, no, it's not more challenging to be healthy, but as we get older, we want to maintain our health, of course. So I think I've talked enough. I wasn't planning on being here for that long, but whoever's watching me, well, thanks, and I hope you write your comments in the comment section. I'd love to know if you're undergoing any kind of change, if you've decided to, start some new habits. Write it in the comments section. And if you are interested, I've got a Ignite Your Groove 30-day bootcamp starting next week. So if you're interested, I'll put the information in the chat box too for that. I don't know if I can do that right now. Yeah, I can. So I'm going to add it right now in case. Yeah, it's mostly if you want to challenge yourself, you want to complete 1 or 2 goals within the next 30 days. So we're starting in May. We're starting next week. And you think you might need that support, well, check it out. I'd love to be your coach around that. So this is Linda G. Robert. I'm here to help you live your best life now so you can love what you do. Let's get you back in the groove, just like I'm getting myself back in the groove by doing these challenges. Bye. Have a great day. Take care.